Hi guys, you're welcome to the Time Central channel here on YouTube. My name is Kenneth. This is the link up session with the guys. As always, if you hear the link up, is the guys coming to discuss our issues. Do well to like this page and also click on the bell button down there so you could subscribe and get notifications as and when we drop new stuff. Today is very interesting. I don't know. I'm a guy. I love church a lot, but yeah, we have different kinds of human beings. Apparently, there are some guys who don't like church. So today, we want to look into that. I have my guys here with me. I'll introduce them shortly. So I have Ernest. Ernest, just give me some hi somewhere.
Hi, Kenneth.
Yeah. So I have Chris as well.
Hi.
Festus. I have Tony.
Hi,
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys.
Thanks.
thank
Good to
you.
be here.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's take it out from this space. The population of the world currently, let's say for Ghana, is somewhere above, it's estimated somewhere above 31 million. And more than half of that population is feminine. For one, they are women and ladies and young girls. And do we perchance think that this is one of the reasons why we have more men and more women in church than men? I'll take Ernest on this.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Um, I think the population also counts because the females or the women are more than the men. So
Okay.
definitely in the church too, you are likely to get more females than the males. And they tend to put themselves more into church activities more than the guys. So more often you will see females more than the males. So
I
the
would want to.
population is one, and then
Mm-hmm.
they tend to put themselves more into, let's say, the things of God more than guys, in quotes,
Okay.
because
Okay.
it depends.
Okay. So I'll take Chris on this. So per what he's saying, I get the sense that the women are more spiritual and the guys are realists. They are pragmatic. They want Charlie no time. Is that really the case, Chris?
I would take it from the economic angle. Well, I would say
Okay.
that you have a lot of men going out there to make ends meet, to fend for their families. So it leaves most often the women are the ones who stay back home. And so because they have less to do, most often will find themselves in church. And yeah, from that angle, I would say yes, a lot of women would also be in church. Considered to, if you are comparing it to the number of guys you would find in church, yeah, that would make
Oh, okay.
a case for me.
Okay, beyond the economics, I get a sense of cultural um, reasons why some of these things happen. Is it really the case, Tony? Tony, please, you take this from me. Is it really the case that the situation has been created such that because women are mostly around, like they really don't have much to do, they tend to worship more and pray more? Is that really the case?
Well, one may say so, but then I also think that when we take a look at women in general, right from the Old Testament down to the New
Okay.
Testament, you would find out that we have the women getting more involved. Only for some
Okay.
reason, I don't only question I ask all the time. You get it. But then when you get into the Old Testament, you would find um, that the women who were into the, let's say, the ministry thing were more into it than the men. And then when we come down to our days today,
Okay.
um, from the population down to the economical, like Chris said, and then down for some reason, um, women are always dominating
Hmm.
the issue. Yes, women are always dominating, and
But
you
they don't
cannot
dominate
really
the
pinpoint and
office
say that
space.
it
They
is
don't
because
dominate
of
the
this.
corporate level. Why do you think that is the
God.
case? Because when you go
Come
to
again.
a corporate world, you tend to see more men than women, and we're always trying to do the whole
Yeah.
affirmative action thing. Sometimes it gets very annoying. Let's be frank. You
Yeah.
can do something, but because
It's true.
the other person is a woman, they tend to give that person more chance than you. But that notwithstanding, why do we have more of the women? Sorry, more men in like corporate the working class more than the women, and for some reason, this is what I have noticed. Yeah, when you go to the churches, you find out that the women are even more involved. Even though you may have a few guys there, the women tend to be more involved in the issues that are like pertaining to cleaning, the general administration of the church. Is it that we don't have any sense of service as men? Festus, you help me out here. Oh, okay. I think I lost Festus there. So I'll take Chris on this.
Well, if you go traditionally, you'd find that ladies or women have been trained to take up certain roles in society. So
Okay.
when it comes to sweeping, when it comes to dressing up the house, it's usually the lady's duty or the woman's duty. Traditionally, that's how it has been. And so I just think it's just been translated into the church environment. That's why you may have a lot of women doing much of the cleaning and the dusting of chair and the ushering, those stuff. I think that's why it's been transferred from the home to the church.
Okay, so let's bring this down to our current circumstance with COVID sitting right next door. Let me take this from you guys. Ernest, have you been to church ever since the lockdown, the restrictions on church service was lifted?
Yes, we started 2 weeks ago.
Oh, and you were there last 2 weeks.
Yes, even today I was at church.
Oh, great.
I'm in charge of taking the contact details when they come to church. So usually you'll be outside.
Okay.
And yeah.
You have a high seat, you are like high table Christian.
So when anybody comes in, you just take the name if the person is in your badge, or if the person is not, you just write the details in case anything, and we can be able to trace the person.
Your position even helps us more. When people come to church, between the men and the women, which particular group is more conscious of the various protocols that have been stated, like all those protocols that have been proposed to us here and there? Which of the sexes are more conscious towards achieving that goal?
Well, I think both the male and the female are doing it. I've not seen any change, or everybody is following the protocol. When you are at the church, you are supposed to follow the protocol. So I can't really tell the difference. But maybe in the house, the women will be more conscious with this protocols more than the males. Yeah.
Today I stood outside for a while, and I realized that the women would wash their hands and would still be expecting hand sanitizers. The men get to church.
They just wash and then they
get to church. They are choosing one of them. Okay, should I use a sanitizer? I should use a guy. Give me the hand sanitizer. They go. Like you make late.
Yeah.
So it's people say that the whole aspect of religion is just about kindness. There's actually a quote by one lady that for her, religion is about being kind. Do we have more men associating the religion or being a Christian to the deeds rather than me going to church? and getting involved with. Dahlia Lama, she says that my religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. Do you think this quote sort of influences the reason why young men or men in general would not go to church? Because they feel that once I'm doing the good things, I'm giving, I love people. Is it a good substitute?
Ah, well, I won't just relate it to young men because I
Okay.
know of young ladies who will also do that.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
don't also
right.
yeah. I think it's a youthful something. So you find a lot of older people in church than you find younger people. So I think young people like to explore, and they don't see the church as one of the places where they can explore. They can be
Okay.
left to do what they want, to express themselves in the ways they want. So
Okay.
you would find most of them not enjoying church. On the other hand, you'd also find some who are also very into church.
Yeah.
So maybe you can take it from the upbringing angle, the family angle, that if you grew up with parents who are much involved in church, your father is a pastor, your mother is an elder or a deaconess or something, it's usually the case that you normally find yourself in church because
In church.
they just drag you along with them that day, yeah, pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will not be in my father's house and my father will be going to church and he'll allow
And
you
you
to
will
sit
not
back.
go. Nah,
No,
nah, nah.
it can never happen. So you can take it from that angle, that upbringing. If the family is very religious, you find out that the kids are very religious. They would go to church normally because there's this analogy that um, an elephant, when it's very young, if you tie it to a tree and it tries moving and realizes that no, it's impossible. When it's grown, uh,
Okay.
it will still remain with that thought that it's not at liberty to move around.
Okay.
So I think it's the same thing. When the child is brought up being sent to church every day, church becomes like a routine to him or her. But if they are left on their own to explore as they would love to do, then you hardly find them in church. They will find other places of expressing themselves.
No, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Tony,
Charlie,
do you also buy? Okay. Yeah, you could go on.
yes. So the line was really breaking, and if I got you right, you were talking about the lady who said pure religion to her is kindness. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So she may be saying that from an angle, not entirely, because even in the Bible, when you go to James, I think chapter 1, verse 2, it says, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless, the
Yeah.
widows in their affliction, and to keep them, yeah, to keep himself unspotted from the world, blah, blah, blah. You get it? So she may be right, but then its religion is not entirely that. Yes, the Bible says that is actually pure religion, kindness. You get it? But then, like
Yeah.
Chris was saying, once you are in that home where it is all the Christian deal, you get to tag along. It's like to a certain extent, you don't have
Oh.
the choice unless you get some
Oh.
form.
Okay.
You can't really tell if it's a natural thing about boys, but then it comes to the mix. We have quite a lot
Okay.
that are very much involved with church. Yes, but somebody would argue and say the ones who are involved in church are lesser than the ones that are not really involved in church. And
Yeah.
the upbringing, the upbringing is part. And you can tell the statistics right from high school. You know the guys who are going to SU and the guys who weren't. It's very clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
you get it. And
Yeah.
the upbringing is also part. And sometimes it also depends on the denominations you find yourself in.
Okay.
Some denominations are youth centered, some
Yeah.
are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now we have the Presbys and the Pentecostals who are a lot of them, like they form a larger percentage of the Christian population. So
Yeah.
if we have lots of youth in those churches, they barely involve themselves. So you can't.
Mm.
I know you get what I'm trying to say. But when
I
you
get the
come to the
drift.
other side, when you come to the ICGC, you come to the UD, the Lighthouse, you're a lot. You get an upbringing there is just one. It's right from the beginning. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now that
Yeah.
greater in the days of thy youth, while the evil
Yeah.
days come not, the year draw nigh, when thou shalt have no pleasure in them. You get it. That's where it starts from. So we grow up with it. Because, for example, I've been in Lighthouse since I was 7 years old, and I'm still in
Wow.
Lighthouse. You
Wow.
get it. So,
And
and
the
I
funny
have
thing is
friends.
that at each point of your life, you feel very involved, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Even with this COVID days, since COVID actually started, I haven't missed church any week. Every week I'm in church.
Wow.
Because during the live service, I assist my
You have to
my pastor with the live
exactly.
services and all that. I lead worship and all that. So I've been going every Wednesday, every Sunday throughout the COVID times. You get
Sharp.
it. And we have quite a number of ladies and very few guys with us. That's the team of 14.
I know.
The team of 14 that is doing the live service. It's also clear there that the guys are just about 4 or 5, and then the rest are all ladies. You get it. So I think it's
Maybe it's the population.
just like
Yeah,
that.
it's the
Yes,
population.
I think it's natural. The population is part, but guys just know they like church.
But you are a very good example of guys and they like church.
Yeah.
So boys, this is not an excuse. Please go to church.
Something new.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny, Ernest,
Yeah.
he's made a very good description, as in a dichotomy of the whole nature nurture thing here. And it is clear that it is not about I don't have it in my DNA. It's about you not doing it.
Yes.
It's a decision. It's a decision, and most people end up not. Do you share in this belief as well, Ernest?
Yes, I agree. I agree with Tony. Because you ask why will girls or women engage in the church activities and then guys will not engage.
Okay.
Even though the population is a factor, I think it's still the willpower of ladies to involve themselves more into the activities of the church. But the guys should be like, Charlie, me, I don't get time, or Charlie, me, and family home and then things, you see. Yeah, but the girls are willing to involve themselves. Yeah, I think it's just with guys.
Oh, but why boys do that? Why boys just not the first? Why?
They not get time. That be the issue.
But
It's
then
not really the
again,
time.
but then again, one of the most interesting parts is that when you take, let's say, the world population right now, we tend to have, or maybe let's just come to Ghana. We tend to have more men becoming pastors and bishops than women.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
It's true. You just drew my attention to that.
It's time. For men, it's time. For women, to a certain essence, for women, it's emotions, passion, and desperation. Man, it's time. So it just gets to that time when when the guy gets serious with God, like he's serious with God, you can't even.
It's serious with God.
Yeah.
And when he's not serious, he's so not serious.
Because the lady pastors are very countable. Very, very countable.
Yeah.
But
very,
probably
very
it feeds into the whole culture of putting men in places of authority more than women. Probably.
I think it's the culture.
It's a culture.
So usually, they say women are supposed to be in the kitchen, and then men are supposed to, so that
Pepper them ladies
narrative
are coming.
is.
Say that and let them hear.
Oh, but now the narrative is changing. Everybody is.
Yeah.
You can see, women at big places and then high places. So I think.
Yeah.
first that was what was happening, but now I think the narrative has changed.
Has really, really changed
Yeah.
church stuff. When women are in places of authority, largely, even during this time of COVID, you have noticed that places where women are in authority, that you have more women in parliament and are prime ministers and then things, they have managed things very well. Is that one of the reasons why the church has been somewhat stagnant for some time? It's because the men go and take over and they use the accents over there. but guys, and this being a very fruitful discussion, because at least we have established the point that it is more about you as a decision than just fitting into a culture. And I think it's a good thing. Moving forward, we should all make it a point to love it. We should all make it a point to want to really join it. And I really want to say thank you to you guys for now, for helping us delve into this issue. Thank you also out there for joining us today for our session. Would do well to like the page and also subscribe. Thank you.